We're going to see today the Trans-Czech Trail. Welcome back to the Freemilesmc, and we today have our first day in the Czech Republic, and we're currently on our way to the castle Loket. That's a really beautiful castle that's on the way, but that will not be the main focus of the video. We're going to see today the Trans-Czech Trail, and my little Interceptor Scrambler will see the first time some proper off-road use. At least with the new tires and after the conversion. The night was really good. I slept on this camping ground. It was quite loud during the night because there were still some people playing music, and it was really nice though. It was right next to a river, and I got to talking to people, and I socialized with some people from East Germany, and it was pretty wild talking to them about their perspective on life, and yeah, it was really good. Earlier, after getting going, I went to the next ATM and I've gotten some Czech currency, the Czech krone, because I think to some degree they take euro here as well, but it's more of a, the other currency is more common here, and of course you can most of the time pay with card more than in Germany, but just to be safe in case something doesn't work or I need some cash money, I got around 80 bucks, and that should be more than enough for our time here. There we go. That must be the castle. How nice. So this is it. Nice. This little village here is also gorgeous with its different colored houses. Let's maybe just park this car in front of that BMW. Okay. So we're right here now in front of the castle Loket, and as you can see, it's quite impressive. So let's have a look around, and yeah, this is really cool. It looks like a proper medieval castle. So we now managed to have a good look at the castle Loket. It cost some entry and some extra for filming there, which is unusual. I don't know if the money was worth it, but we now found out some quite interesting stuff. There was one of the first documented meteors. It has been stored there, and it has crashed onto the planet in the 14th century, like 15th century, and was discovered then, and was then scientifically documented in the 17th century, and is the first one of its kind. Also, the poet Goethe really liked to stay here and go for wanders along the river that we actually camped at, and
then was really curious about the city Karlsbad, where we earlier got some money. And yeah, he was quite an influential poet, even though I myself was more of a Schiller type guy when it comes to the poets of the Sturm und Drang, Storm and Push in English. So this was it for the castle of Loket. So let's make our way to the Trans-Czech Trail.
We're now going over the Trans-Czech Trail, which is a bit of a little secret road that, you know, because the Czech Republic doesn't really have a Trans-Europe Trail part, so they have this thing instead. That's actually rougher than I already expected. It's going up quite steep here. So far the Interceptor on its nice tires makes this work. We need to disable the ABS if we manage to get the trail actually working. So we're going to move today now 145 kilometers along this trail and see where it will lead us. We earlier faced some more steep downhill slopes, so I will now be taking out the ABS fuse, as I wasn't really able to brake. We will be putting it back in tomorrow when we're back on mostly road. So let's go. Let's open this one up. And if I remember correctly, it was this one. This 15 ampere fuse, the last one from the bottom. That's the one we have to pull. I don't have any kind of how to say so we now have taken out this fuse. So we're avoiding all the puddles because I don't want to get super wet, and let's drive through this very slowly with my feet up. But all in all, the Trans-Czech Trail here is very beautiful. Braking, feet up. Normally, through puddles I would drive standing up, but with those small ones, I'm just putting my feet down, putting my feet up so I don't get wet. Oh, now it was really good to have the ABS disabled, because this just was savable because I didn't have any ABS. But I'm already feeling that if I also go across the Trans-Europe Trail, it will be unavoidable to drop the motorbike at some point. So we're driving through this beautiful forest. I think this is the Bohemian forest, it's called. And with those wood logs on both sides. And the stuff here getting a bit more technical. Really nice. Oh, we have discovered even some deep sand. I don't know how much that is transported over the camera, but all the stuff here is quite... Ouch, what was that? It's either quite steep uphill or quite steep downhill. I like steep uphill more, I have to say, because steep downhill is always hard to work with. But this forest here is just magical. Like, at some points it's so dark, and at other points the light shines through so intensely that everything looks white and very dark at the same time sometimes. Whoa. And sometimes there are like things, like branches reaching across the road. Wow, just the depth of that forest. Feels like we're basically here in the middle of nowhere. But I have to say, the Hayden OK60 Scout tires do their job quite well. because usually when you have like road tires off-road, which we had before, you can feel them swim, and you don't have that here. Wow, that is a beautiful lake. That is really impressive and nice. Just the calmness you have here. We are here in the middle of nowhere, and there are just woodlogs, this lake, and the woods. It's incredibly beautiful. So let's get on our way. We still have about 90 kilometers to go. So this is where you can also tell that we are in the mountains, because you can see this is a very steep uphill, but we will still try. Ooh. Fighting. Come on. Hui. That was a really steep one. So apparently it continues through here. Wow, and actually super nice. How beautiful. Wow. Wow, the view along there is just endless. Wow, just incredibly beautiful. Just have a look how far the fields go. Oh, we're even going there. This is so cool and so incredibly beautiful. Also with all the little yellow flowers here and the amount of beautiful wood. Let's go properly quick for once. Ooh. Wow. This is fun. What's behind this? Okay. Oh, good. Let's go. You can feel the difference that it makes having a 2-cylinder in situations like this, because the Yamaha XJ had only little more power and was basically, as soon as I opened the throttle, just absolute wheel spin all the way. And I think that was because the bike had more regular power inputs from the engine to the tire, and now with only 2 inputs per repetition, it's a lot grippier off-road. Because the tire has a moment to relax to grab onto the road, and then with the tires it goes really well actually. We now are through with it for today. This is the end of that section. Yeah. Ooh, that's so beautiful here with the little pond. How cool. It was definitely worth it. So we just got finished cleaning the bike, and that went all fine, except for one small bit. I realized I have a very big, nasty scratch in my motorcycle, and it's not even from dropping the bike, which would be fine. You know, if I now would have dropped the bike, I would be like, yeah, that's my fault, I'm at peace with it. But no, I have a big spot on the tank from my pants having a little like fold, and that rubbing on the paint, like where the stitching of my pants is. That's ridiculous. That made me so upset just now. But apart from that, we now really cleaned the bike, and we're now trying to find a camping ground somewhere here, and I have one typed into the navigation system. There are not that many, but let's see. I hope we find something good. We later, when we arrived at a camping ground, have to put in the ABS fuse again so that our ABS starts to work again, because now for the day of off-roading was practical, but for general road safety we have to put it back in. So it's slowly getting dark, and we don't have it far, hopefully, to our place for the night anymore. So it looks like our camping ground is over there. Over there where you can see the houses. That seems to be it. Oh. Oh! For fuck's sake. That deer wanted me to eat shit today. Fuck. After almost hitting a deer... Oh, there are a load of bikers. Hello, I'm sorry. Does anyone speak English?
Man, Spike.
Ah, okay.
Spike up.
Oh, German works too. Deutsch. Ja, wisst ihr, wie das hier an dem Zeltplatz funktioniert, wo die Rezeption ist?
No, das ist ja gratis.
Ah, gratis?
Heute gratis.
Oh, ja, thank you. Ich fahre Richtung Griechenland. Ja. 2000 Kilometer. Ah, okay. Thank you.
Das ist Hund.
Oh, okay. This is dog. Yeah.
The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whalesman's creed. He took that ship in tow. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tanning is done, to take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Boats were lost, there were only four, still that whale did go. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.